Welcome everyone in this second tutorial on chapter motion. In previous class, we have already discussed what is distance, what is displacement, what are scalar, what are vector quantity, what is motion. Also, I have provided you the difference between distance and displacement. Now, in this class, we will focus on uniform and non-uniform motion. And we will continue further with speed and velocity. Don't laugh. Yes, this is you watching online classes and enjoying your meals. Don't go outside. Stay home. Stay safe. Uniform motion is a state of a moving body. It is defined as a body is said to have uniform motion when it travels equal distance in equal interval of time. If you look at the car, it is covering equal distance in equal interval of time from point O to A to B, B to C. Distance is same and it is covering the same distance in same interval of time, that is 2 seconds. So this car is showing a uniform motion. Now visualize the graph. In this graph, there on x-axis we are having distance, and on on other axis t-axis it is time. So and time is shown in seconds and distance is in meter. So when you look at this calculation, it is providing you the third term, that is speed. A body moving with a constant speed is said to be in uniform motion. Non-uniform motion is the state of a moving body. It is shown or represented through this non-uniform graph. A body is said to be in non-uniform motion when it travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, or maybe unequal interval of time. It may vary, both situations may vary. Look at this droplet. It is also moving in a non-uniform motion, and better to say it is showing a random motion. In this image, both uniform and non-uniform graphs are explained. Both upper graphs are of uniform motion and lower graphs are of non-uniform motion. In first graph, distance is not increasing but time is increasing. In second graph, distance is increasing with respect to time, that both are increasing at the same manner. In non-uniform motion graph, you can visualize that nothing is in relation with another. If one is increasing, another is going some random way, hayway. The speed of a moving body tells us how fast the body is moving. Thus, the speed of a body describes the rapidity of its motion. Look at the images. One is running and another is walking. The one who is running would be able to complete a larger distance in small interval of time, and the one who is walking will not be able to cover that much from which this running person will be able to cover. The speed of a body describes the rapidity of its motion at a particular moment of time during the course of motion. The speed of a moving body might change from time to time during the course of its motion. Like in this, both dummies are showing different motion. For fast moving bodies, such changes in speed will be quite rapid. Therefore, it is not possible to measure the speed of a moving body at any particular point of time. However, if the speed of a moving body remains nearly constant over a small interval of time, then that speed can be taken as the speed of the body at that point of time. So, simply speaking, you already have studied this in your previous classes, that speed is equal to distance upon time, which you are going to see in the next slide. Speed is a scalar quantity, because when we talk about speed, we don't talk about any direction. The only thing which is going to change from previous is, in previous classes you were used to write speed s is equal to distance d upon time t, but now abbreviations will be changed. The new abbreviation you should be using are, for distance you should be using s, and for speed you will be using v. For distance, abbreviation is s. For speed, abbreviation is v. But time will remain the same. So the formula is v is equal to s by t, where s is unit of distance and t is, as usual, unit of time. To solve the numericals based on speed or velocity, you need to understand what are conversions. Here example is provided. Convert a speed of 72 km per hour into meter per second and centimeter per second. As we know that 1 kilometer has 1000 meter and 1 hour has 3600 seconds. So we will simply multiply them with this 72 km per hour and we shall receive 20 meter per second as the first answer. Now because centimeter means 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So we have to additionally multiply it with 100 centimeter to receive our answer in centimeter per second. Before moving to the next topic, that is velocity, the last topic related with speed is average speed. Now question arises, we already have speed, then what is the need of this average speed? The answer to this question is, it is not at all possible for any one of us to travel with the same speed at every time. Taking an example of traffic light, when you come from home to school, you must be having facing a traffic light in between. And when there is a traffic light that says it's a red color, you have to stop. So if you are stopping, then your speed is decreasing. Your speed is no more with you. But time, it is continuously going. So in order to have a proper method to find out speed, we use this method as average speed. In certain situations or in practical situations, in daily life situations, we cannot have a constant speed. So we always calculate average speed. Average speed means total distance what we have covered upon total time taken which we have covered. For example, uh, if you started moving from Delhi to Chandigarh, in between your route you would be stopping somewhere, you would be running very fast on the highways, and on state roads you would be moving quite slow, and the total time you took was suppose 5 hours or 6 hours. Then you only have to do is you have to divide the complete distance, that is distance between Bhadrugarh to Chandigarh, with the time which you have taken. In this way you will be able to receive average speed. Next thing is velocity. Now there is a major question asked by many, that why do we need velocity when we already have the speed? To understand this thing, look at this, look at the image. The fish, which are the group of fishes which are inside this sea or whatever the water body, they are having some speed, but can you find any direction for them? No, they are not having any direction. They are moving randomly, but they do have a speed. So when in situations where you do not have a proper direction, it becomes very difficult for us to find the exact position, because you cannot tell position without having a direction. To know the position of a moving body at a particular point of time, we should know the following parameters. Now the parameters are the distance traveled by the body up to that moment of time. the direction in which the body is moving. First point is distance traveled by the body up to which moment or up to that moment of time, means you started at 10 a.m. You started walking at 10 a.m. in north direction. Now at 10:15 you would be at a certain point. So in 15 minutes you have walked that much in that direction. So through this you can measure your exact position. The distance traveled by a body can be obtained from its speed and the time interval. The speed of a body, however, does not tell us anything about its direction. So the quantity which gives both distance as well as direction is known as velocity. Now please don't get confused here. Here v is equal to x by t and v is equal to s by t. Here x is representing displacement and s is representing distance. In practical situations we use distance, but when we are concerned about velocity, if that distance is in opposite direction, we will use negative sign for the velocity. That is, now the velocity is in opposite direction. When you are trying to solve a graph, you always need two parameters to find the third parameter. In the similar way, here in these graphs, you are provided with velocity and time. Using this velocity and time, you can find the displacement. So this is the complete calculation and how to calculate, as well as these are the graphs which are showing. For graph A is showing uniform velocity. Graph B is also showing uniform velocity, but graph C, it is showing negative velocity. A uniform velocity is when a body travels in a straight line in a particular direction and covers equal distance in equal interval of time. It is said to have uniform velocity. While in non-uniform velocity, when a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, unequal distance in equal interval of time in a particular direction, or when it covers equal distance in equal interval of time but changes its direction during the motion.